Welcome ladies and gentlemen back to another Hunter Call of the Wild video, and these are the 5 best ways to make money in Hunter Call of the Wild in 2025. Now in our 5th spot we have waterfowl hunting. Now ducks may not pay the most per animal, only paying between $200 to $400 per duck, but the fact is that you can shoot a whole bunch of them at the same time, especially if you get a whole flock to land. You can shoot at least 3 or 4 of them, which is totaling around $800 or so. So it is pretty good money, especially if you have a good setup. I'd suggest Revan Thule for this, as you can set up on the island at the bottom of the map and you can shoot just about any species of ducks. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can shoot all of the species of ducks down there. So if you have one big waterfowl setup, then you're good to go. Not to mention that since you'll be shooting a whole bunch of ducks if you decide to go out for a waterfowl hunt, then you will be pulling in diamonds and rares, and I've pulled off quite a lot of diamond ducks by just shooting them for money. In our 4th spot we have Medved Tiger, and specifically this big lake right here, Bolshoya Lake Tiger. This is definitely one of the best ways to make money. If you set it to reindeer time, then you will be shooting reindeer for days. There is just so many on this lake. Now if you look around here, we'll see a few herds, got some over there. Now reindeer pay out between $800 and about $1,200 or $1,300 per reindeer, so they pay quite a lot, they pay quite well, and you can get a lot of them down in a very short time. Especially on this big lake, you can sort of shoot quite a few in a very small amount of time and make quite a lot of money. Reindeer are a class 6 species, I might add, which means I would suggest using the 300, which is what I use to grind red deer as well, and this will get them down basically on the spot without them running. This will decrease your payout by about $100 to $200, but that shouldn't really be a problem because you should be able to get quite a few down using this method on Medved Tiger. I'll go ahead and give you an example. This one that we shot right here with the 308, we got $964 or so from it, so paying out pretty good. In our 3rd spot we have something very similar to the Medved Lake method, but this one is on Te Awaroa, and this is what I call the fallow deer lake method. So it uses these 2 lakes right here, and I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys on the map right now. So you can see this lake right here in Moturangi Inlet. These 2 lakes right here are awesome. There's a heap of fallow that drink here, so shooting them won't be a problem. Now usually I'd set up a tent in the middle and I just go absolutely ham and shoot as many as I possibly can, because there's nowhere else where they can really go to drink, so they just come back to this lake over and over, even if you delete the zone. But I am doing a fallow deer grind, or I'm not doing a fallow deer grind at the moment, but I do want to keep it sort of herd managed for next time we set up another one. That way I don't go and have to restart all of my herd management. But there is a whole bunch of them, as you can see, and that one right there is actually a diamond potential, so we'll go ahead and take him out as well. But as you can see, there is just a whole heap of fallow deer, and you can get a whole lot down. And as I said before, I would suggest putting a tent in the middle of these 2 lakes, and I would just spawn there and start blasting, and they will come back no matter if you blow the zone out or not. They will always come back. Now fallow deer pay pretty well. They pay between $700 and about $1,000 per deer, so they are pretty good, especially if you come to this lake here and you can get a whole bunch down really quickly, then you can make a lot of money. Now we'll go ahead and we'll take out this one here. He should give us quite a lot of money because he is diamond potential, he is a big boy. We do have the 308 on us, so we'll go ahead and we'll pop around into him, and we did get vitals. Well, here is our big boy fallow deer. Let's see. Yep, we get $1,100 for that, so we do get quite a lot of money for the bigger fallow deer. Especially if you herd manage them down, then you can really make a lot of money off of all the big ones that will spawn in. Now, coming in second, we have possibly a lot of people's favorite way to make money, and it is a really good way to make money. And this is just running down the coast on Emerald Coast, Australia, and blasting as many saltwater crocodiles as you possibly can. They pay quite a lot of money. In fact, they are probably one of the best animals for money, especially because you can get so many of them down as well, and you can run up quite close to them. Now they are a class 8 species, so you might want something a little bit high powered, and I would recommend going for the neck shots so they die on the spot. because they are tough little animals, or not little animals, they are actually quite huge. So yeah, but I would recommend using something like the 300 or the 338 and just putting one into the neck just like this, just like that. As you can see, gets them down on the spot immediately without them running and floating all the way back down the coast. Now this is our big 8 mythical that we shot, so we'll go ahead and take a look. And as you can see, we got about 1,500 or so, about 1,500 bucks for this one crocodile. Now here's a bigger one. You'll probably get a bit less for level 7s and level 6s and stuff like that, but you will make about $1,000 or over $1,000 per crocodile, so they are a very good way to make money in the Hunter Call of the Wild. And in our number 1 spot, a lot of people probably saw this coming, but it would be setting up a grind for either whitetail or red deer or fallow deer, something like that, because you can get so many of them down in a short amount of time. It is ridiculous. And something like red deer pay about 1,000 to 1,500 per deer, even more than that sometimes, which is just insane. And also at the same time, you can be grinding towards a great one or a super, anything like that. By just, you know, setting up a grind, there's always the chance that you'll spawn in a great one. If you do it with whitetail or fallow deer or any of the great one species that are in the game, you can make a lot of money really, really fast, and also have that added bonus of possibly spawning in a great one. And you will spawn in diamonds doing a grind as well. It is a known fact that if you set up a grind, you will eventually get trophy animals, but this is one of the best ways to make money, or this is the best way to make money in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and also get trophies to fill up your lodge at the same time. Now personally, I would say set up a red deer grind, because red deer pay a lot per deer. As I said before, they pay between around 1,000 and 1,700. I've had some of them hit about 1,700, probably 9 legendaries and stuff like that, but you will be making quite a lot of money if you do a red deer grind, because they are just ridiculous, especially on Te Awaroa. I would set up my grind on Te Awaroa for either fallow deer or red deer. They're just the best for money. As you can see, we just shot that one in the head, and as you can see, we missed vitals. We missed 2 of the harvest checks, and we still made about $1,400 or so, which is pretty good. But that is going to be it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.